Hey fam, it's me, Aaron. I'm back from San Diego Comic-Con. I had a blast. It was my 10th San Diego. It was the best one yet. I had so much fun. I was on the IMDb yacht with Stan Lee and Kevin Smith. I got a picture with Kevin Smith. He was really cool. Matt Damon was there. He stayed in the VIP area the whole time because I guess he's a dick or something, I don't know. But it was super fun, top shelf alcohol, lots of celebrities. The kid from Modern Family, Luke, he was a really cool kid. That was awesome. I saw 2 tapings of Conan O'Brien with the CW cast of those shows, and one with the entire cast of Suicide Squad. Saw some clips from that. It looked great. I just had a crazy awesome time. Set up a lot of signings for the store. Lots of good stuff. There's one, Jason Aaron was talking me up to Joe Kelly. He's like, you really need to sign at this guy's store. You know, he has a bar. He'll treat you well. Take you to Disney. And I'm like, yes, I'll do all those things. Let's go. Come on, Ben 10. So anyway, we're doing it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And maybe I'll write something about it because I had so much fun there. And I got tons of the Saga figures, the Saga box set. Robert Kirkman, Skybound, Sean Kirkham, they hooked me up. You know, I got enough for the customers. So they're not here yet. We had to ship them back. We had like cases, so we had to ship them back. I wish I had one as a prop. But what I do have as a prop, real quick, is this was my Holy Grail indoor heart bear. It's literally like Tenderheart as Wicket. And there was only 4 made. I got number 4 of 10. 4 of 10. There was only 10 made. And there was like 160,000 people at Comic-Con. I got this. And I told my mom, like, no, Moms, I'm getting it. And she's like, I don't know. No, I got it. I got the Black Power Droid. Seriously, a gunk droid with a Black Power fist. Black Power Droid, could not pass that up. And this was my favorite one. It looks like the Sistine Chapel. Alien vs. Predator with the E.T.'s finger. And the backs of the cards are just hilarious. You know, like Michael Jackson's one wants kids to send pictures to his house, care of Bubbles. So yeah, it's funny. It's yeah, these were great. Moving on, if you guys want to know more about San Diego, just ask questions. I'll answer you. It was a blast. It was cool. Last week, Black Hammer by Jeff Lemire was the best book of the week. I loved it, loved everything about it. Check out Black Hammer and Hellblazer, The Hellblazer, John Constantine's new book, The Rebirth, was phenomenal. I loved it. Simon Oliver is doing a great job with that, and I'm really happy about that. Moving on to this week's Rebirth, Batgirl. This is Hope Larson, Eisner Award-winning Hope Larson. She is doing Batgirl, and it was good, and the story takes place before the Birds of Prey. It was referencing Birds of Prey. So I dug it. If you like Batgirl, you will like it. Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth. Here's the variant cover and the standard cover. Now, you might be like, you know, on the fence. You dropped off of Scott Lobdell's other Red Hood, and you're not so sure about Bizarro and Artemis, but I assure you this entire issue, the entire issue cover to cover, is all Jason Todd. Flashbacks and current stuff with him and Batman. Him as Robin, him with Joker. It's all Jason Todd. So if you're a Jason Todd fan, you should at least just get this one shot. Seriously. Even if you're not getting the series, if you think the series sounds weird, at least get that one shot if you're a Jason Todd fan. I guarantee you that I'm right. I already read it. It's good. It's all Jason Todd. Moving on. Titans. Titans was my favorite Rebirth of the week. It's Wally West. And Wally West is back, the Titans remember him, and this issue is heavy on the Linda Park. Heavy on the Linda Park. For the people complaining after Rebirth, like, oh, you put Wally back, but I want him with Linda Park, I want them to be married and blah, blah, blah. And Nightwing straight up tells him, like, yeah, we can fight for these 10 years back, but why don't you make some new history with her, bro? Like, why don't you go and, you know, ask her on a date or something? You know, don't be so scary. They'll talk about how you used to be married in a different universe. That's weird. Just, you know, just say, hey, what's up, girl? Let's talk. And yeah, it was good. I like that issue. And the regular Flash, where all these characters now have the speed, and Godspeed is in this issue for real, in costume. It was great. I got a chance to talk with Joshua Williamson at the Skybound Breakfast, because he writes Birthright, and his plans for Flash are phenomenal. And he's a fanboy at heart, and Jeff Johns sees that, and Jeff Johns is letting him do a lot of the seeding of the big deal stuff with Dr. Manhattan, all that in Flash. So issue 9 of Flash, and it'll be soon. This is 3, but you know they're bi-weekly. Issue 9 is the Kid Flashes of Two Worlds, Wally West of Two Worlds. It has both Wally West running at Barry, like, oh no, and the variant cover, I think to 9, has Dr. Manhattan's face close up, but instead of the little atom symbol, it's the Flash symbol on Dr. Manhattan's forehead. It looks freaking awesome, so I'm super excited about that. Still digging Wonder Woman, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps is great. Talked with Vendetti about Guy Gardner, and he has a strong handle on Guy Gardner, my favorite Green Lantern. Yes, it's Hal Jordan's book, but it's Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, and that includes Guy. And he told me his plans for Guy Gardner to make sure that I approved him. I mean, I think he was just bragging because his plans for Guy are really good, and he knows how much I like Guy. And I was like, yeah, that is right. That is exactly how Guy would be. Guy was a kid that was beat his whole life, so of course he would act that way. And of course he would do this. And I'm not going to spoil anything or give any inside information out, but I assure you that Rob Vendetti's Guy Gardner is going to be awesome when that comes, like issue 3. Action Comics is great. I ran into Dan Jurgens there and told him that, I wasn't excited about it to start with, but he is kicking a lot of ass on Action, and congrats to him. So I told him that to his face. So, I've gave your stuff bad reviews in the past, but this is good. And he was like, thank you. He was very gracious. Like, I'm sure he doesn't know who I am. But anyway, he was very nice. And you got more Batwoman in Detective, which is basically Batwoman's book. I love that. Nightwing was great. I mean, this is the first issue. Rebirth was great. I like him back in the blue. I like him back in Gotham, back interacting with Damian. I loved them together when he was Batman, interacting with Batgirl. It's good. Future Quest, this book is back on schedule. 2 was a little late, 3's here. Loving this book. I love Birdman. I love Birdman. He's my favorite, and not just because of Harvey Birdman. And there's a DC coloring book out that isn't by DC, and it's published by a different publisher that might be owned by DC, but it's not one of the DC coloring books, and it's stuff from old stuff, really old stuff in all different eras, but a lot of old stuff, and it even has some JLI in here, so I'm going to color this book. I like how it looks like a classic coloring book. Moving on to Marvel real quick, issue 4, Civil War, after the crazy stuff of the Fallen and the Accused for issue 3, there's a lot of stuff to settle here, a lot of stuff to talk about, and then there's another big faction coming along, and there's going to be a huge fight. If you didn't like Cap saying Hell Hydra, you're really not going to like him when he takes his shirt off, because this issue was on. So if you're not going to buy it, at least flip through it and get really angry, because I love Nick Spencer. I'm really enjoying this story. It's fun, but there is some Hail Hydra stuff, when Cap gets all sexy and, half naked, and you're just going to, you'll be pissed, but that's okay. It's supposed to evoke emotions. Black Panther, I'm really digging it. It's selling crazy. They're doing a spin-off, World of Wakanda, with Roxanne Guy writing it, which she's a very famous novelist, and apparently she's going to be the first black woman ever to write a Marvel comic. So that's awesome. And finally, segueing off that, you have Squirrel Girl with Mole Man saying "Milady" tipping his fedora. I'm wearing my Squirrel Girl thing. And after seeing this Milady, I seriously have a plan to do a Milady's night in the Geek Easy. And hear me out. It's going to be Milady's night, and like a regular ladies' night. We'll have drink specials for girls, for women. I'm sorry, for women. I'm taking this seriously. I swear to God, I'm just jokey by nature. But okay, so they're going to have their drink specials. They can dress up with fedoras, neckbeards, whatever they want. We're going to have a time where they can get up on stage and share their experiences with guys that said they were in the friend zone or neckbeards or whatever. And we're going to have like our VIP section instead is going to be roped off as the friend zone. So if guys come on Milady's night, they have to be in the friend zone until someone gets them out. And the friend zone will have like unicorns and fairies and other mythological things, because obviously the friend zone doesn't exist and no one owes you anything, and you're not in a friend zone, you're just someone's friend, and you should just be happy for friendship, because friendship is magic. And moving on, Frozen, can't wait to read this to my daughter. This Disney Frozen #1 is all new stories. It's not just adapting the movie, it's new stories. And after Frozen Fever or whatnot, my daughter wants new Frozen, there's new Frozen, and it's a comic book, so thank you. Power Rangers Pink #2's out, another thing I can read my daughter. There's so many good things for females now that, get them into comics. It's cool. My daughter loves comics. And Transformers, Titans Return, this is a one-shot. This is like the DC Universe Rebirth for Transformers. You need this one-shot if you're reading Transformers. The Titans Return. That's almost like saying second coming of Jesus. Like the Titans are their gods and they're coming back, and it's like, Jesus robot is back. And when I was there at San Diego, I saw a lot of stuff for Transformers Combiner Wars, which is coming out it's a show. It's coming out on August 2nd. It's going to be all digital. But I saw several clips, talked to the voice actors, and it is phenomenal. It's written by one guy from Afro Samurai and another guy from Clone Wars. And the dude from Afro Samurai said after he saw the finished first episode, he literally wept. He literally cried in front of the whole team and the CEO and everything. And the guy's like, what are you crying for? You didn't like it? He said, this is the sequel to the animated movie that 10-year-old me never got. And it's like that, yes. I made sure to see some more stuff on that, and it looks phenomenal. And just seriously, Transformers Combiner Wars, put in your phone, make sure you watch that on August 2nd. It's going to be weekly snippets, I guess, of episodes until it's done, and I'm excited. Also in the Transformers universe, ROM number 1 is out by IDW, and this new universe, this new shared Hasbro universe is ROM, Micronauts, Transformers, Mask, G.I. Joe, and I found out Visionaries too. There were people like, why are they doing a Visionary Mighty Mug in San Diego at the Hasbro booth? Well, because Visionary is part of the shared universe. I don't know why, I don't know what, but maybe it'll be cool. Rick and Morty's out. I got the Rick and Morty Pops are in. I don't have them to show, but I assure you they're out there. Invader Zim Volume 2's out. Sabrina Volume 1 is finally here. This is the teen plus, more mature reader Sabrina that's sick. I'm really digging it. Captain Kidd by Mark Waid and Tom Payer. This Captain Kidd is like a reverse Shazam. Instead of a little kid that says a magic word and turns into an adult, this is an old man that says a magic word and turns into a super-powered kid, or super-powered person in more in their prime than this adult, and that's awesome. Like I would love to do that. Like when I get old, become a kid again and have superpowers. Awesome. Cryptocracy issue 2's out. I was in issue 1. I'm not in this issue, but maybe I'll show up soon. Issue 1 of Cryptocracy was very well reviewed all over. It was a solid first issue, very dense, everything you could want in the first issue. So check that out. And Jupiter's Legacy 2 is out, and I have a soft spot for Jupiter's Legacy, Jupiter's Circle. That's my favorite Mark Millar thing. And I guess that's it. Lots of good comics this week. San Diego was insane. Put in for it. Try to go. You have to go to San Diego. It is crazy. I loved it. I ran into so many freaking people. It was nonstop fun. Thank you to everyone that helped me out, everyone that gave me a lift. The Lyft Ghostbusters thing, the Ecto One, they pick you up and lift. You get the ghost mode, and they give you free Twinkies and Ecto Cooler. I mean, there's all kinds of cool stuff at Comic-Con that isn't just the exclusive stuff for celebrities. There's all kinds of fun to be had all over, all the time. Put in for the Conan O'Brien tickets. That was a blast. And buy and read some comics. Comics makes the world go round. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.